Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be talking about my weight loss story and then I'm going to be giving you some tips and everything. Obviously I'm not a professional, so don't, take everything I say like word for word and then these are just tips, things that worked for me. So I do want to kind of tell my story first before getting into the tips, just so you know a little bit about what I went through and how it was for me. But if you're not interested in that, I totally understand, so I will leave a timestamp in the description box so you can just skip to the tips if you want. I might put some before and after pictures in this. I don't know if I feel very comfortable doing that. If you really want to see it, just go to my Instagram, mostly where a lot of my fitness stuff is. Lately I've been more focused on YouTube since this is my new channel, but I haven't lost my passion for fitness and I'm still living the same life. It's just now I'm focused a little bit more on YouTube, or at least my Instagram is focused more towards them. But if you scroll back like a couple months or a couple weeks, you'll see all that good stuff, and I do have a before and after picture on there, so please be nice to me. I'm sure a lot of you might still think you don't look very good, but I think I look good. No, I'm just really happy with my progress, and most of all I'm really happy with how I feel about myself. I've never felt this good. I don't know, I just want you guys all to feel how I feel about myself and be proud of yourself and be patient with yourself and love yourself. You have to love yourself, don't beat yourself up. It sucks to go through life hating yourself, and it does come from within, but when you start something and you start a journey to better yourself, it brings so much confidence to you, and it's something that really no one can take away from you, no matter what they say. And I just hate to know that there are some girls out there who feel how I used to feel, just feel like you're not good enough, or your friends are prettier than you, or they're skinnier than you, and feel like you're not doing enough, or I don't want anyone to feel like that. So that's kind of why I made this video, and whew, it's embarrassing. And I do need to say, this is not a get skinny quick video. So if that's what you're looking for, if you want to lose 30 pounds in 30 days, this video is not for you. I'm sorry. So, alright, so let's just get into it. I have never been obese or anything. I think I was probably medically overweight, not anything crazy, maybe 10 or 20 pounds overweight. I was not confident at all. So some people did call me fat, and honestly I remember every single person who's ever called me fat or implied that I was fat. And it really does hurt. It took me a long time to get over it and not think about it, and it used to be where I would think about it and it would still hurt as much as when they first said it. One guy, I went on a couple dates with him, and then I didn't really like him, nothing personally, I just wasn't into him. And after I told him that, he said, okay, well you should lose some weight, bitch. Oh, okay. I know that you know that stuff hurts and it does not feel good, and when you feel like you don't know what to do about it, it hurts even more. And honestly, if someone called me fat right now, which probably some people do think I'm fat right now, I'm not skinny at all. I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life, but if someone called me fat right now, I probably would just laugh at them. But that's because I like myself now. I like the way I look, and I don't care what anyone else thinks. And that's kind of the best thing that I gained out of my journey. I just kind of decided that I'm not going to let anyone tell me how they think I should look. I can still remember the first time I was called fat, and that hurts. It does not feel good. I would get so upset and be like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I do this? I'm just destined to look like this forever and feel like this forever. And I don't know, finally, this was about almost a year ago actually. Yeah, really close to a year ago. I was laying in bed and I was scrolling through Instagram, and I just remember having a lot of jealousy towards girls that were on there, you know, like fitness pages or whatever. I just remember feeling so negative about myself from looking at those pictures, and you know, that's something that I think a lot of women especially struggle with, and I was just sick of feeling like that, you know, like feeling like I couldn't even look at a picture of a very beautiful or fit female without feeling hate for myself. And it honestly, it sounds very cheesy, but it, like something clicked in my head where I was like, okay, I need to really do something about this and not go on a diet, but like change what I'm doing. So that night, it was like midnight, and I was on Instagram, and I was just like searching for like every fit fit page or whatever you want to call it, fitness page, and I learned a lot about eating clean. And then it was like literally the next day I went grocery shopping and I bought like all clean stuff, and ever since then I never went back. You know, I lost about 30 pounds. I think it was only like 5 or 6 months later, and then it's been 6 months since I've lost that 30 pounds and I've kept it off. Just feeling like you're not happy with how you look, it will get better. You know, once you apply yourself and you stop making excuses, and as harsh as that might sound, we do make excuses for ourselves, you know, like this will never work, I'll never look like this, you know, anything. Insert any excuse that you ever make to yourself and just like fucking get rid of it, you know, like just get rid of it. It's not doing you any favors. So with all that being said, let's get into my little tips. My first tip for you is to do it for the right reasons. And what I mean by that is, obviously, if you are going to change your eating habits, you probably either don't feel healthy or you want to lose weight. I mean, let's be honest. Do not do it because someone called you fat. Do not do it because your boyfriend said that your clothes are getting a little tighter. Do not do it because one of your coworkers said, oh, do you think you should really eat that cookie? You know, don't do it for any other person like saying negative things about you, if that makes sense, because yeah, it might motivate you for a little while, but that's gonna wear off and you're still gonna be left with kind of like, okay, whatever, like they're not gonna matter in your life. You matter in your life, how you feel about yourself. You have to do it for yourself. You have to do it for that like feeling of, oh, wait until he sees me, and like how good that's gonna feel. My second tip is make an effort to love yourself. And that sounds very cheesy, but it's really true. You can't do something good for yourself if you hate yourself. Just think about that for a second. Why would you want to improve your life when you don't even think you are worth it? And that's something that was really, really hard for me, and it probably took the longest out of the whole thing. You have to love yourself. You have to be proud of yourself. You know, day one, be like, wow, this is awesome that I'm even like starting this and I'm changing my life. You have to just like freaking love yourself. Act like you're like the best thing that ever happened. You know, you don't have to outwardly show that, but as long as you know in your head that you are worth what you're doing, it's gonna make this whole process a lot easier. My third tip is do not go on a diet. I cringe every time I hear someone say this. Oh, I'm going on a diet. It never works, because guess what, you guys? If you can be on a diet, you can also be off of a diet. So it makes it seem, and maybe it's like subconscious, but it makes it seem like it's temporary. Like this is something that you're gonna do until insert whatever, until you lose 20 pounds, until you can fit into, you know, your dress from prom or whatever. Do not go on a diet. And what I learned a lot about this from is a documentary that's called Hungry for Change. It's on Netflix. I will link it down below. It's all about eating clean and not putting yourself on a diet, not saying I'm gonna lose 30 pounds in 30 days, because that's not realistic. And then what happens after the 30 days? You just go back to your old habits. Then what did you change? Nothing. Okay, so Hungry for Change, watch it. Don't go on a diet. Next tip, prep your meals. So this just means that one day a week, or however often you want to do it, if you don't feel like you want to make all that food at one time, do it for like 2 days or 3 days. Just make sure that for any given day, you have meals ready to go. Snacks, meals, everything. So realistically, what I did, I ate about 6 times a day, and I had, you know, so I'd have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I'd have little snacks in between that, and then maybe like a little dessert. But you want to make sure that that's already prepared for you. So what I would do is just get some like Tupperware or anything that you can store some food in, and just make it all in a week advance or however often you want to do it. But that is going to help you so much, because I know we've all been shopping and you're like, oh my god, I'm so hungry, like I have to eat. So where do you go? Like hot dog on a stick or Carl's Jr. or Panda Express or something. It's not healthy, that's not good for you. But if you have like an apple in your purse, and yes, I am the crazy person who has like a fork and a spoon and an apple and some like applesauce or, you know, a granola bar or something in my purse at all times. I always have food in my purse. Hey, you know, I'm proud of being that person, because that means I'm not gonna go get a freaking donut from Krispy Kreme because I'm hungry. So always prep your meals in advance. Some sort of meal tracker. Do not, like, okay, this sounds bad, but don't think that you can just trust yourself to stay on track. I still use a meal tracker. The one that I use is called Noom, N-O-O-M, and I'll link that down below. It's pretty much like every other fitness app that's out there, but it's so good, you guys. Like, it tracks, well, first you put in your weight, your height, how old you are, how fast you want to lose weight, how much you want to lose, and then it kind of calculates it all, and then it tells you like how much to eat. And this one is really awesome because it does remind you to eat 6 times a day. And it also has like 3 different categories, so red, green, and yellow, and you want to make sure all your meals are like balanced in that, if that makes any sense. So you want to have like an equal balance. Obviously it's good if you're eating all the green foods, but you want to eat the most green foods, a little bit of yellow, and then like the tiniest bit of red or no red at all. And if you download the app, you'll know what I'm talking about. It probably sounds like weird or confusing right now, but I still use this, and it has helped me so much. Like, I could not do it without this app. Like, it is amazing. But use whatever meal tracker works for you. I know some people use, what's that? MyFitnessPal. I know there's a whole bunch of other ones, and I've used pretty much all of them, but Noom is the one that I love the most. So I've been using it for a year, and I love it. If you are over 21, you know what I'm gonna say. You gotta stop drinking. I thought this would be the most difficult for me, but it was actually the easiest. And I don't even really like drinking anymore, so stop drinking. You can't drink. I'm sorry. Because it leads to so many different things. Yeah, technically a glass of red wine is not gonna like set you back very far. It's full of sugar from, you know, the grapes and stuff, but it's not gonna set you back so far. But I would say in the beginning, for at least the first couple of months, don't drink, because drinking it leads to so many different things that you don't want in your fitness. At least for me, when I drink, I want to eat crappy food. I want pizza, I want burritos, I want to snack nonstop. It's just like what I do. I get like very hungry when I'm drinking. So not only am I getting the calories from the drink, but I'm also getting it from food. And then you wake up the next day, you have a hangover, you're like, I don't want to work out. I need greasy food, which is a myth. You do not need greasy food after you're hungover. That's just like something people say, and that's like, whatever. Anyway, so just try to stop drinking altogether. I know it's tough, but it was actually really easy for me. I don't know why, it just was, to just not drink. Your friends always have a designated driver, so they'll love you. If you can't stop drinking, at least just like limit it to like 1 drink a day if you can. And that doesn't mean that on Saturday you get 7 drinks. That's not what that means. So just try to limit your drinking or stop altogether. I stopped altogether. I do occasionally drink now, but it's nothing how I used to. I'll have like a beer with dinner or a glass of wine, you know, if I'm having like a girls' night or something, but I definitely do not binge drink. And I feel so much better, and it helps with like stomach bloating if you don't drink. So yeah, no drinking. Sorry. You need to know what's going into your body. Eating clean means a lot of different things to different people. To me, it means don't eat anything that has like crazy ingredients that you have no idea what they are. Like aspartame, Splenda, that's aspartame, but so like diet soda, regular soda, sugar, anything that has fake stuff in it, you do not want to eat. Yeah, it makes it a little harder, like a little more difficult to prepare your meals, I would say, because you have to look more closely, but it's actually fun. After you get a hang of it, you're like, oh, like what can I throw together now? One of my favorite snacks is just some 12-grain bread with some organic cream cheese and cucumbers. Oh my god, it's my favorite. Just want to make sure that you know what you're eating. Try to eat like grains and oats over flour. Even wheat flour, like that's not really good for your stomach. Just don't eat anything that's pre-made and made to last, if that makes any sense. Because you guys just please watch the documentary Hungry for Change. It will like go into so much more detail, and it talks about a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about. Exercise. This is something that was really hard for me. I thought I did not like to exercise at all. Going to the gym is like embarrassing, and every gym that I join, I would just like go for a few weeks and then just be like, oh, okay, like bye, you know, because sometimes it takes a lot of energy to go. But honestly, you guys, I did not go to a gym once. Losing 30 pounds, not going to the gym. How did I do that? What my favorite thing to do is HIIT, H-I-I-T. So high intensity interval training. And I do cardio mostly. I do some other ones, but basically I go on YouTube, which is free, so don't use that as an excuse. Oh, I don't have money to go to a gym, I don't have money to blah 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 buy like workout equipment. You don't need any equipment. You need your body and a freaking YouTube. That's all. So I love Fitness Blender, and I'll link them down below. They are amazing. They have free workout videos. They're all, I don't know, they're just so amazing. I love them. It's like a husband and a wife, and they've been around for a few years, maybe like 5 or so, I don't know. But they're so awesome, and they offer tons of HIIT workouts. You don't have to work out for like hours in a day. I work out 20 minutes doing HIIT for like, so 20-minute HIIT workouts like 3 or 4 times a week, and that's it. And I feel so strong, you guys. I feel like I'm in really good shape compared to how I used to be. I see like muscle definition. Oh my god, it feels so good. Like my legs are stronger, my abs are stronger. Like I feel like I'm in really good shape, and it's all I did was this HIIT, like honestly, and then walking my dogs, going on hikes and stuff like that. And the great thing about that the Noom app is that it can track your exercise too, which is really awesome. Basically what I'm saying is you don't need a gym to lose weight. You don't even need to leave your house to lose weight. You can literally work out in your living room, in your bedroom, in your backyard, your garage, whatever. You don't need to leave your house, and you don't need to work out for a long time. So you do have time. Stop saying that excuse to yourself, I don't have time. Even if you do it for like 10 minutes, like come on, it's better than nothing. And you will be sweating doing HIIT workouts. So HIIT, I'll link all that stuff below. All you need to do is find an exercise that you like and just do it. It's that simple. You don't have to work out. You're not going to be able to eat as much, but you don't have to work out if you're like absolutely against it. I really recommend it because it makes you feel so much better. It's changed my life, honestly. So next tip is to find inspiration, and this was really big for me. I went on Instagram a lot, and what I did is I would just search for hashtags. So I searched for FitFam, like so hashtag FitFam, FITFAM, and I would just like literally add every person on there that I thought looked inspirational to me. So a lot of times people with fitness accounts, they post, I'm sure you might already know this, but they just post like workouts, they'll post food, and you get food ideas from them. So yeah, it's awesome. Also, Pinterest is really good, which brings me to my next point. Don't compare yourself to them. It's kind of like a fine line looking up to someone and finding inspiration from them, but then like you're crossing the line when you start comparing yourself. So there's a really beautiful girl on Instagram, and her account name is Emily Sky Fit. Her body is like amazing, and she's just gorgeous. It's really hard for me to not be like, oh my god, I want to look exactly like her. But guess what, you guys? You can't compare yourself to other people because they don't have the same DNA as you. They don't have the same genetics. There's no possible way you can have the exact body of someone else. Yeah, you can be like, oh, I love her toned arms, I want to like work for that, but it's gonna be your version of toned arms. So don't be like mad if you don't look like someone else. You're gonna be exactly someone else, so just get over it. Always, always, always be patient with yourself. This is not like a quick process. It's not like you're gonna wake up and be like, oh, I've been working out for like 5 days straight, I've been eating really clean and healthy, why is nothing happening? You may feel like nothing's happening, but it is. And you know, like for me, I lost like 1 to 2 pounds a week. At the beginning it was probably a little bit faster than that. It was probably like 2 or 3 pounds a week. But then after a while, it's just gonna be like 1 or 2 pounds. And that does not sound like a lot, and you might get discouraged, but I don't know, once it's been like a month or two and you've lost like 10 or 20 pounds, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, wow, this happened really fast, and it's gonna feel fast, but while it's happening, it's gonna feel slow, if that makes any sense. But what I also recommend is to take pictures weekly of your body. And this was really hard for me because I'd be taking pictures and I'd be like, ugh, I look so gross. Like, ugh, I feel like I haven't like made any progress. But then I'd look at like a week before or 2 weeks before and I'd be like, oh my gosh, wow, this looks so different. So if you're comparing like one picture of yourself from 2 weeks ago till now, it's gonna help you so much. You're gonna be like, wow, like look at that inch I lost, or look how much tone my legs look. And it's gonna lift you up, I promise you guys. So that's what you wanna do. Surround yourself with people who are supportive of you. It's hard to wanna like better yourself when you're surrounded by people who don't want you to better yourself. I had a few like girlfriends that honestly I don't even talk to anymore because it's not like they were coming to my face and be like, you can't do this. But you kind of like get the sense of like, oh, that's great. So obviously this was pretty general. So I'm interested to know if you guys would want me to do like a weekly tip video on this kind of thing, like fitness, or because like I have so much to share with you about what worked for me, and I can't make this video be like 17 hours long because that's how long I could talk about this. I just want you guys to be happy with yourself and love yourself, and if you have any questions, make sure to comment below and I will try to answer them, or you can even email me if you don't want it out in the open, or message me or whatever. I really just want to help you guys if you're struggling with the same kinds of things that I was struggling with. And so yeah, I hope this video helped. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm sure this is really long, but yeah, my final thoughts, I guess. Watch Hungry for Change. Seriously, it's really good. I think I'm gonna watch it after I film this. I've seen it like 8 times, but I love it. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I've said that like 8 times now. Yeah, I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.